Hey guys, Boone down south here. Today we're going to install my new EGR window visors that I got for the 2021 Ram Rebel. So we're going to get these installed today, show you how that's like, what that's like. So hit that like and subscribe. Alright, this is the set for 4 doors, front and back with a crew cab. These are for the back, left and right marked, and the front. Now it's my understanding that the EGRs, and the reason I went with the EGR, by the way, because you got several options out there, but I've been paying attention to 5th gen Ram forums, reading a lot of the feedback on the Mopar branded ones versus some other ones, and I just felt like there was a lot of positive comments about the EGRs, so that's why I went with EGR. So we're gonna see how easy this is to install. I've heard some of these, you know, if they're not installed right, if you don't follow the instructions, if you don't leave the window up, there's a lot of issues with them until you know, this is done right. So they do have to set, because these are in channel. So they're gonna have to set with a window up for a couple days as well. So just something to keep in mind. So we're gonna look at the instructions here, see what they want us to do and get these installed, show you how this works. All right, first thing I want you to do is they want you to wash the area, dry it real good before you do this. This thing went through the car wash yesterday. I just kind of wiped it down. Everything's really clean. First thing you do is you're going to take this and go right into the channel on the front corner up here, okay? And it goes in pretty nicely there. Now, if you notice the distance here, you do have to flex this. They want you to come down about ½ inch or so. I'm probably going to come down a little bit more. And you're going to flex this thing. They said be careful not to break it to get it into the window channel there. Okay, woo-wee. Then they want you to work on rotating this in. Now starting at the front, getting into the window channel. It's actually going a lot nicer than I thought. Well, would you look at that? That feels good. It feels good. That's up in there. And they said they want you to roll the window up and down like 5 times to get this seated. Now that's all these instructions say that come with this. Roll that window up down 5 times to get this seated. You have that rubber molding in there. This is just sitting in there. Friction's holding it in place, okay? But that rubber molding has to fit. So one of the problems these things had early on, what I've read about is the window won't go up all the way or it won't be able to lock into place. And just haven't had enough time for that rubber to mold. Now these instructions don't say this, but I've seen enough guys say this online that when I get done with this, I'm rolling the windows up all the way. And I'm gonna leave it up for like 2 days, 2 or 3 days before I roll those windows down, just to give that molding time to contour to the vent visors. And then after that, I'll try rolling them down, but I will do the up and down thing 5 times here. So I gotta turn accessory on, but they did say they want you to kind of pull this out a little bit as you do the windows up and down 5 times to get this seated in there. So let me hit accessory on and work this window. I'm gonna pull out on this a little bit and I'm gonna start the window up. Yep, so it didn't go up all the way there. When to hit it. Definitely have to pull out on this to get that window all the way up there. The window is going all the way up now. It wasn't at first. All right, I've done that quite a few times now. I'm gonna let that set. And they say from what I've read online, after that's set for a little while, that it'll kind of mold to that shape and then you can roll the windows up and down. You won't have any problems. So based on what I read online, not based on the instructions, I'm going to leave it like that for a couple days before I roll the window down. And I'm going to go ahead and get the other side. The other side I'm going to install the same way. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on and then we'll go to the rear window shields. Okay, got both fronts in. Going to do the rears now. This time I'm on the driver's side of the vehicle. This one has tape around it. Okay, so we're going to do the front one first. Slide it in here. We're going to work this in and then work it up. But we got to take this tape off first to do that. Okay, so get this tape off and then it's the same kind of thing. Once it's up there, you're going to roll the windows up and down about 5 times in which case I'm gonna also leave these windows rolled up for several days so the molding can set to it. Now the instructions say to stay away from an automatic car wash, automatic brush car wash. And I like doing the brush car wash, and I've seen some other guys say they can do it. So we're gonna give it a test and see if it goes through the car wash or not. I think it will. These things fit pretty well, it looks like. Okay, tape is off. One goes in. Flex it in there. Get on up. Push it up. Open this up. All right, we're gonna let that sit. Just gonna do the other side, and I think they look pretty good. Now I can let my windows vent. I always have had window visors on my trucks. It's just I live in the South. They get hot, summertime especially. This way I can leave the windows cracked. It can rain, it doesn't matter. I've got the sunroof. I'm just afraid to leave that cracked to vent because I'm gonna leave it open one day and there's gonna be rain in my truck and I'll not be happy. But these vent visors, I can just leave the windows cracked. It cools the temperature of the truck down probably about 15 degrees versus the windows all the way up in the summertime versus having them cracked to vent a little bit. You don't have to worry about rain getting in there. So I love vent visors. We're gonna see how well these hold up. I've never done the end channel. I've always done the mold-on kind that molds onto the door frame right here with the tape. I just didn't want to do that with this truck. I wanted to go with the inline, see how they work. So I think they look good. So they're the EGR made in the USA. So I'll put a link in the description if you want to get a set. But I am gonna try the car wash out. We're gonna see if they stay in place. All right, so one thing about it, the Mopar branded Windsor, I think they're notched out where when the automatic windows come in, they don't touch it. From what I've read, these touch, but it's not a big deal. So that's why I went with these anyway. So we're gonna shut them and see what they do. See, where's the button at? I can't see this camera. All right. And yeah, it does push it in. It touches, I don't know if you can see down there, pushes in on it a little bit. This is probably a better view. I'm gonna close the window here, or the side view mirrors, and you can see how it will come in contact. Just kind of press it a little bit. But overall, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. So, it seems like the ones I found, the Mopar branded ones, are the only ones that actually come in narrower where the side view mirror doesn't touch. Other than that, we're gonna see how these hold up, and I'm definitely gonna try the car wash in another day. I'm gonna give these 2 days of setting in here, and then we're gonna hit the car wash. All right, we're hitting the car wash to try out these EGR window visors to see how well they hold. So I'm hoping they do not come flying off in the car wash. There you go, made it through the car wash. All 4 EGR window visors are on and intact. They didn't even move going through the brushes there, so I feel good about them. So we're gonna give this a thumbs up. So hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.